discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Yes, good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are doing amazing this wonderful Tuesday afternoon, evening. From my end, it's exactly a minute past 8 p.m. and karibuni sana to another beautiful conversation of the Africa Today show. I see Byron Scott and Sunken One. They were here even before myself. Yes, I see you on time. I see you on time on Sunken One. I'm not going to be pressing the end live button on you today. You're here on time. Shout out to Byron as well. Hope you guys are doing amazing today. Myself, I'm doing great. Can't complain. And of course, ready for the conversation of today, where we're going to be talking about Trump's email, literally, which suggests incest with the daughter. And so much I know Keith is going to be joining us in a few as we talk about that. But before we get started, I'd love to start with an amazing video here. I don't want to say if it's amazing or actually I'd say based on the fact that I'm in Africa. I don't know when Africans will stop doing this. Personally, I don't know when Africans will stop having the mindset of trying to just bribe people. So we have a Black American brother who has been living in Kenya, and I think he called one of his friends to come and to Nairobi as well. And when he got to the airport, these people, and we actually were talking about that because we're talking about how now Kenya has introduced actually body cam, that is the Kenya Authority Service, the KRA, the Kenya Revenue Authority. And of course, we also have the, let me check that very correctly. Let me just give the full detail about that. They suggested to be having body cams in places like the border, airport, and the seaport, because there's a lot of corruption that goes on around there, a lot of bribing, just a lot of things are going or coming into the country literally illegally, which are illegal in the country. We've seen literally so many things like the drugs, especially in the Mombasa port, which has destroyed the Mombasa youths, because if you go to Mombasa, actually so many youths are using all these drugs that if you trace back again, they all come from India. So it's really, really crazy. So yeah, they've been suggesting body cams, and I think this is one of the reasons. So let me share my screen actually as we continue, because what do you mean you're asking someone $200 for what? $200? Africans, what's always wrong with our people, man? It's crazy. You want $200? Even the other brother who has been staying here in Kenya was asking, are you asking 200 Kenyan shillings? Or $200 for what? Just because you hear the accent is from America, now you want to take and bribe money from someone in the name of their luggage? We need to stop this. This is one of the reasons, actually, I'd say personally, as an African in Africa, this is one of the reasons that will keep people away from us. That's why we'll always have these scamming names being termed on us, because we don't know how to accept visitors without us being greedy. This is super disappointing.
200 what? Shillings? Hold on. How much? How much you? Nah, we're gonna stop you here. I live here. You 200 what? 200 what?
Yo, 200 what?
Actually, listen, this is the sentence. They're saying that a first-time American visitor claims he was asked to pay $200 bribe. That is at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, which is, of course, very much known for bribing, taking bribes from people, or just literally harassing people, harassing guests, harassing Kenyans. They're known for that. And of course, they're saying this is after an airport worker offered to assist It's like me offering to assist you and Sankenon to carry your luggage, and now I'm asking for $200. For what?
No. Let's stop it here.
You'll pay me if you want to. You're gonna give me maybe that token of appreciation if you want to, and it's okay because I offered to help.
Let me pay you. You got them pacer? No. We take the bags.
$200.
Not you can't pay me.
Yeah. No. But how much are you telling him? You're not gonna do my friend like that.
I mean, I don't work with.
Okay, I know, but I live here. So, what did he tell you?
He said 200.
200 what? Shillings?
Let's go.
I know he didn't say $200.
I will explain to him.
No.
Yeah,
Okay, come on. You can stop right here. Cause hey, now they talking about 500. They trying to get you, man.
Crazy. That is super, super crazy. That is such a shame. Shame on Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, because you all need to check on your staff, your behavior. You need to be, when people are coming to a country, they need to feel welcomed, not actually threatened by the amount of money you're asking them. For what? This is super, super crazy. But just shifting a little bit quick from that, I want to share also a couple of videos about what is still happening in Iran. That is, we can see that is the U.S. Secretary who had something to say just a few hours ago. Also, Iran actually has reportedly offered help to European countries that will kick out America. So I'm going to share that video as well. Iran is offering help of passage to European countries that are going to kick out America. So that's the alternative option that they're being given. But for now, let me quick switch to this. But shout out to African people. We got to do better. We need to know how to do better. Crazy.
On day 10 of Operation Epic Fury, we are winning with an overwhelming and unrelenting focus on our objectives, which are the same.
Oh, and Sankara, I see you asking, what is the conversation from dollars to shillings? He's asking dollars. He's asking $200, not Kenyan shillings. $200. That is like, how much is that? That is like 25,000, 24,000 Kenyan shillings, literally 24,000 Kenyan shillings. Why should someone give me 24,000 Kenyan shillings just because I offered to assist carry a luggage? So literally, yeah, $200, that should be 24,000 Kenyan shillings. That's a lot of money. That's my whole rent and the internet plus, literally. Why should someone give me all that money and I'm the one who offered to assist? I'm just talking about literally the African mentality of always when they hear the accent of Black Americans, or literally specifically Black Americans, they think they're stupid and you just want to scam someone out. And that is the reason why, again, I'll say, this will keep you away from opportunities for you doing that as an African person. If you just can't create loyalty from the word go, it's not going to be easy for you to connect with anyone or have this kind of people in your circle. That's literally what I'd say. But yeah, that is the U.S. Secretary who
Iran is begging.
Who has something to say.
On day 10 of Operation Epic Fury, we are winning with an overwhelming and unrelenting focus on our objectives, which are the same as the day I gave my first briefing here on Operation Epic Fury. They're straightforward, and we are executing them with ruthless precision. One, destroy their missile stockpiles, their missile launchers, and their defense industrial base, missiles and their ability to make them. Two, destroy their navy. And three, permanently deny Iran nuclear weapons forever. It's a laser-focused, maximum authority mission delivered with overwhelming and unrelenting precision. No hesitation, no half measures.
Damn, what the hell is that? Where is Kid at? Is Kid clubbing somewhere? So yeah, let me continue. That's crazy.
On day 10 of Operation Epic Fury, we are winning with an overwhelming and
Are you having a party somewhere? What's that? What's yeah, where are you? Are you at a club? Are you at a club or what's going on?
I'm in the car, Joe. You heard your sound system in your car, Joe. We still acting like you don't know.
I know that. I'm not that dumb. Come on. Anyway, karibu sana. We just getting started. We're talking about still reviewing on what is happening between Iran and US and of course Israel.
In
We have
Israel.
the secretary right here with a speech that he just did a few hours ago.
What's he saying? What's this moron talking about?
Let's listen.
Let me say something before this moron talks. I don't know what he's going to say, but they've been begging for a ceasefire to stop because Israel is going to cease to exist. I told you that they were going to hit all the critical infrastructure, and that's what I would do. I told you desalinization and everything, the food supply, just blow it all the fuck up. And also I told you these fake kingdoms. Right? So we're going to give you these fake kingdoms too. Nobody see Bahrain just overthrew their fake king, right? So the people, Dubai is scared to death right now. Abu Dhabi, all the Emirates, they're scared to death. They copping pleas behind the scenes talking to Iran. They please, because they're not real kings. They can easily be overthrown. And so Saudi said they were going to get involved, but then they said they don't know yet, and also crazy shit. So what you find out, Iran been planning for this war for over 30 years. So, these morons, you got this idiot, this is a moron, Trump is a moron, just wage a war on a country where your generals told you don't do it because you don't have enough ammunition. You're not prepared to go to war with these people, but you don't want to listen because you're morons. You're like, I'm a white, and also understand this is trapped in deep white supremacy. I'm white, don't matter. I'm supposed to be able to kill and do what I want to do and kill people. That's what the psychology is based in. And what you got, Europe is went around telling Iran, you need to stop now. You need to stop. Even though we killed you people, but we're supposed to be able to kill you people, and then you stop. So that's what they've been telling them. That's what they've been saying to these people. Because everything for them is based in white supremacy, and they're used to just being able to go kill and nothing ever have no consequences. Because sadly, most people on the planet have been put in coward positions because of white people, because of their savagery. But they forgot the old fake white man, the Iranian. Remember, Iranians are, these are not the original Persians. The original Persians are black, but these new Iranian white people, they're straight from the Caucasus Mountains. So they're the prime savage. So they knew you were coming, so they prepared. And so now they're blowing up everything. Imagine, I go punch Joby in the mouth, unexpected. Joby sitting there just probably eating some ugali, and I walk up to her and just sucker punch her in the mouth. Take that, goddammit. Then after Joby gets up and starts whipping my ass, I say, Joby, stop. What do you mean stop? Did you just punch me in the mouth?
I'm banning you with hot water. Like, I'm not
Exactly. So now the Iran's just been fucking them up. You got the propaganda, man. You see the news, it's all propaganda. 7 people are injured, 8 people in the United States. They've been blowing up whole embassies. They've been blowing up embassies. They've been blowing up bases. So we know there's thousands of people that have died. And they've been lying because shout out to, if you guys remember, we'll show this again today too, that they murdered Benjamin Netanyahu's brother. He murdered his ass, right? He's like, yeah, they got it. They got his ass, and then his chief of staff. So, so I can send it to Joe. Yeah, they got his ass. Because now, so usually everybody acts decently with war, except for these people. I never know why people always do like rules in war. These people are not going to do any rules in war. Because they bombing schools and killing indiscriminately in Iran, blowing up hospitals, all kind of wicked shit they do. And Iran was refraining from. They wasn't doing the same thing. But so they now say the gloves are off. Fuck this. Gloves are off. So they've been so they went looking for they were looking for Netanyahu. They found his brother, right? And so they reported in American news, oh, Netanyahu's brother had a car accident. And then the Russians made a joke because they blew up his house. They know they blew him up and blew his ass up and then killed him. They said unless he had a car accident where he had a car accident where he ran into his house and his house blew up. That's what, because the West is reporting that he died in a car accident. And they know they blew, because they don't want you to know the capabilities that they're getting their asses beat, right? They're getting their asses handed to them. So, so America's really never been in this kind of situation where it's been this, where it's been this obvious, right? Where it's been this overwhelming, where they just getting the shit beat out of them. Like this kind of damage hasn't been done to Americans ever. It said like when the Chinese guy said maybe since World War II against Pearl Harbor, right? But not like this, not this kind of sustained damage where all these bases are getting blown up. You never seen this kind of sustained damage ever. So we go, Joe. Go and play me.
Our objectives, which are the same as the day I gave my first briefing here on Operation Epic Fury. They're straightforward, and we are executing them with ruthless precision. One, destroy their missile stockpiles, their missile launchers, and their defense industrial base, missiles and their ability to make them. Two, destroy their navy. And three, permanently deny Iran nuclear weapons forever. It's a laser-focused, maximum authority mission delivered with overwhelming and unrelenting precision. No hesitation, no half measures. As President Trump declared yesterday, we're crushing the enemy in an overwhelming display of technical skill and military
all
force.
lies. They're losing.
We will not relent until the enemy is totally and decisively defeated. But we do so on our timeline and at our choosing. For example, today will be yet again our most intense day of strikes inside Iran. The most fighters, the most bombers, the most strikes, intelligence more refined and better than ever. So that's on one hand. On the other hand, the last 24 hours have seen Iran fire the lowest number of missiles they've been capable of firing yet. Just the bifurcation, just the trend lines that we talked about.
What he's saying is this speech today, Joby?
Yes.
See, so you know this is a lie, because now you've seen the barrage. See, that's the propaganda, the lie. See, we know there's a fog of war, and we know no one ever really tells the truth. But you got to tell something. Like, shout out to Obama with the Rothschilds now made it. Remember, it's now illegal that they can give us straight fiction, straight propaganda. It was illegal to feed Americans straight propaganda. We know we got it, but this is straight propaganda with no truth in it, right? So we know right now that Israel, and we're going to show some real videos too as well. So Israel now is on a point where it won't exist as a country. Iran is wiping that ass out. Wiping their ass out. Okay? Wiping their ass off the face of the fucking earth. And that's what they're supposed to do. You come fuck around and you want to just kill people indiscriminately. Who gives you the right to just go bomb our leader and kill him and murder? That's what they've always been allowed to do. Got Mossad and CIA running around Iran, killing motherfuckers, starting shit. You've been doing that. Where you go, they do this. Because they must have everything. Mine. Like a savage child. Everything's mine. It's mine. That's mine. So now they're getting knocked in the goddamn nose. Right? I told you guys last week what I would do. And that's what they must be listening. I said, remember we said last week about the desalinization? I'm destroying all that shit. You're going to be sucking on your own piss. Right? be drinking your own piss when I get done with you, because there won't be no fresh water over there. You know, if you've done all these heinous things you've done, just heinous, vile shit you done, and now you've been held responsible for it. And Trump's a moron. You got this moron. What we've done, everybody know you're losing. Everybody knows America lose. This propaganda is like this, is like talking to a room of crazy people. Right? So, Iran and that's why they begging Iran to stop. They said no. What? See, they stopped last summer. It was nice enough to let them stop last summer and let Israel get his shit together again. But now they came back and not like always some sneaky shit. Come back and kill people, undiscriminate, just killing kids, fly over, blow people up, kill people, right? So now, wait, Joby. Oh, wait, Joby. So now, all the Europeans crying, no, we need to stop. No, you motherfuckers don't never stop. So now you're getting this work that you've never been used to, right? Those you African countries better take notice. You better get a real military. Shout out to Burkina Faso. That's why they went over to get that missile technology from Iran. Just before they bombed them, they were there. Burkina Faso was there 3 days before they. I'm sure that has something to do with it too. Then the Africans can never have advanced weaponry. Remember, because Africa's always supposed to be kept on the bottom. Everything else can change in the world, but not the dirty African. He's got to remain on bottom and poor. But anyway, so the desalinization thing's been hit in Israel. Their main oil refinery's been hit. So they're taking out everything pretty soon, like I said. And this is what Iran is doing. This is what they're doing. They're saying, nah, there's no coming back. There's no stopping. We're going to destroy your civilization. Israel will cease to exist. It ain't a goddamn thing you can do to stop us. Not your goofy Rothschild money. Not a goddamn thing you can do to stop us. We're waiting for your ground invasion. You're going to invade us? I told you that'll never work. I told you Sunday on the show. As you guys were giving me the numbers, we got 1 million people. We got 197,000 Marines, 900,000 fucking Army, 1 million, and not even really 1 million strong. You should have only you got something like 200,000 can fight of a country of 95 million people. What? You'll get wiped out. Take your ass up in there. You see, they put Joby's Delta Force in there. What they do? It ain't on the news. All the fake Chuck Norrises got captured. And of course, real war, not like the goofy African that's let them go, they're all going to be executed like you're supposed to. You're an invading force here to murder my people. You know what the cost is. It's executing your ass. So, ain't it funny? The Americans ain't even mentioned Delta Force getting captured. Ain't it funny? And the Iranians have been nice to have it. See, me, I would parade their ass on the news, say they lied, say they winning. Well, I got these American Delta Force here. That's the elite fighting group. Why do I got their ass? Right here. See, I parade your ass in front of the cameras and let the world see that I got your ass. But they didn't even do that, being nice. No, this is all-out war. So part of war is also psychological dehumanization. I'm gonna put some people up there looking all fucked up. I'm gonna put draws in their mouth. Suck on these draws. Suck on, oh shit, out of my door. I'm gonna say suck on these underwear. Right? Not gonna do. You know, remember what Americans did? The Iraqis in Abu Ghraib prison had them all on dogs and putting shit in their mouth. Had them stuck up looking crazy. I'm gonna show what the Americans do. You know, the inhuman, the dehumanization that they do to other people. So Iran has said, no, we're not going to stay by begging, stop. So you probably hear this like, stop, Iran, please stop. No, we're not going to stop till your fake country called Israel that your bankers created that rule Europe are done, till we wipe it out. You're not going to be allowed to come back and attack us no more. And if these Arab countries don't get down, they'll lay down. That's what Iran said. You're going to get down. They just told, hey, you're going to get all, like Joby just said. This is Joe. They must be listening to Joby. They said we want all American embassies out of here. We want all American ambassadors out of here. There better not be one ambassador or one embassy in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia. We want them out. And if they don't get out, we'll bomb their ass out. But go ahead, Joby.
Okay. So this is another lady who's talking about how Iran is actually killing its people. They're not saying it's them. It's Iran.
To be clear,
that one ain't work no more. That goopy talk. Go ahead.
there should be no tears shed for the Iranian regime. This
The regime
regime has inflicted death and imposed repression on its own people.
Now, I want Joby to see. We're gonna juxtapose this. As soon as you get done with this, show the Iranians having support. And when you go to TikTok, show say Iran. The Iranians in the streets showing support to their new leader. I want you to show that. This is always crazy talk. These people just talk crazy. The Iranians are back in their country and their leaders overwhelmingly. He's about they're person. That's what they always use before they invade. Remember they're impersonating people. Gaddafi's a personage people. Saddam Hussein's a personage people. So they can go steal their shit and destroy the country. How the fuck was Gaddafi oppressing people, giving them free education, free health care, free land, free homes? That's what Gaddafi was doing. Oppressing his people. Same shit they always say. But see, Libya and Saddam was not ready to get invaded. Iran's been waiting for that ass. And they've been preparing. Iraq wasn't preparing. Libya didn't prepare. They should have known these no good motherfuckers are going to come see you. Iran knew they were coming to see us. They said, we knew they were coming to see us. We know we were waiting for this shit for 30 years. We've been preparing for these motherfuckers. Go ahead, Joby.
17,000 young people.
People.
And this regime has caused devastation and destabilization across the region through its proxies armed with missiles.
See, they showed destabilization because they won't bow down to Europe and let us put our dicks in their mouths. See, everybody must be under European and Rothschild rule. And that's what that means. I'm giving you the real meaning. If you don't bow down and do what we tell you to do, you've been destabilizing. Now, we know Israel been creating all the damn crime, blowing up people. Who was Iran blowing up? Nobody. Who they went to war against? Nobody. Iran been blowing up motherfuckers. I mean, Israel been blowing up motherfuckers. Blowing people up, blowing up leaders. Remember, last year they blew up all their scientists. This winter Iran just killed all their scientists in the street, shooting and murdering their ass so they couldn't make a nuclear bomb. But you see, you notice the UN and said shit. These are legal wars because they were set up by these no good motherfuckers. Where's the ICJ and the ICC? What America did invading and bombing Iran is against international law. It's only against international law if it's about them. See, they made all these fake, fucked up rules to keep white people in control. See, they've been in control for 500 years. They understand things are cyclical. They're cycles. Their time is coming to an end because cycles. They're cycles. Things go up, things go down. They came out of poverty and smelling their own ass and shitting on themselves, and now they're in charge. But they're going back to being impoverished and shitting on themselves. Okay? That's their future. And they're like, oh! So they're going to kick it and scream it because they never thought it'd be another power that just whipped their ass so thoroughly. I mean, this is going to be studied in war college. Iran is a poor, right, third world country, poor, but it makes sure it had military might, right, enough to defend itself. Because Iran's not invading nobody, it's just defending itself. So this is going to be studied. Yeah, good leaders and good, they say, hey, they're coming, we're going to defend ourselves. And now they're whipping their ass. Whipping their ass. Because understand, America's military was made for fighting a war 50 fucking years ago. That time has passed. All your big tanks, all your big aircraft carriers. I get a couple drones and blow that shit out the water. Right? So all your overpriced bullshit don't work. You got your $3 million missiles. Well, I got a 20,000 drone to take it out. So you're going broke trying to shoot my $20,000 drone down with your 3,000 your $3 million missile that don't even fucking work. See, the budget is big, but the innovation is small. Understand that? America's got that big budget, $500 billion, but the innovation is weak. You got a big budget, but you got small innovation. You haven't innovated shit because it's a corrupt system. Just give to the rich, make these fake weapons, charge all this overwhelming amount of money. So it's fake. Iraq with a small little bitty budget, making things that actually work, are now fucking you up. So it ain't about how much money you spend, it's how good your innovation is. That's what you're seeing. The innovation of Iran. But go ahead, Joe. Let's listen to this crazy white broad talk crazy.
And many Iranians inside the country and across Europe and the world have celebrated Ayatollah Khamenei's demise, as have many more people across the region. They hope that this moment can open a path towards a free Iran.
A free Iran. How's Iran not free? See, whenever they say free, they mean being controlled by them. How's Iran not free? Here's a free Iran. See all the crazy words the propaganda use? Their freedom means like Africa, being controlled and all that shit controlled. A free Iran. Go ahead.
The freedom, dignity, and the right to decide their own future, even if we know this will be fraught with danger and instability.
So the majority of Iranians want their government.
War update. Trump about to taco. So Trump.
Oh, sorry.
Do me a favor, Joe. Don't say the Iranians in the street supporting their leaders. Yeah, there you go. These are the people she's talking about. They want to be free of Iran. That's a.
اولا اینکه رهبر جدیدمون رو خیلی تبریک میگم بهشون. بعد اینکه ملت
See, this is how crazy Europeans talk. They overwhelmingly support their government. It's like 85%. Of course, they 99, but that could damage shit. Like 85% overwhelmingly support their government. She's talking about, oh, we must free them from their people, from their government. No, they must free them from their resources. That's the scam. They always use that fake freedom talk shit. Go ahead, Joe.
We have the Iran security chief who has warned Trump of being careful to not be eliminated. Warning Trump to be careful. That is.
In downtown Tehran, the Iranian capital, where people have gathered to celebrate the appointment of the new leader, sending a message of support to the political establishment and simultaneously a message of defiance to their adversaries.
They killed the old Khamenei. Now what has happened? The young Khamenei has taken his place.
Exactly. You think you'll just kill their leaders and only white people talk. We killed your leaders, so what? Fuck them. Now you come be our slaves. That's what they be saying. That's what that white lady just said. We didn't like your leader. Fuck him. What are you talking about? We chose his ass. Not you. Yeah, but we get to choose your leaders.
Promising to the world, to our people in Iran, that we are going to defend our sovereignty. We are going to defend our liberty.
اومدیم اینجا که با رهبرمون بیعت بکنیم. خدا رو شکر امام زمان همچنان حواسش بهمون هست و تا زمانی که خودشون ظهور بکنن نایبشون رو فرستادن. امیدواریم که همه مردم قدر این لحظه رو بدونن و
satisfaction that also exists among segments of the society. Iran is currently in the midst of a war, and his decision will significantly shape how the
But if you know it's in the West and all the Rothschild and Rockefeller controlled media, you're never gonna see this. Oh, they're fighting it. They'll show you some fake people in America, some Iranians in America, like 20 people. Look at them, they're saying damn to Iran. Look at them. Look at these people. They want us to go into Iran too. Be 30 motherfuckers outside. What are we talking about? Propaganda just be crazy. Look at this. Yeah, they want them gone. That's what they talking about. This is what they don't go fight. You see this? You'll go in there, you'll get wiped out because they're in love with their leader, right? So you go in there, you're going to get wiped out. Wiped out. And they know that. Everybody ain't putting no boots on the ground. They gonna try to get your babies, go get anybody going in, you get murdered. You got 95 million Iranians, 95 million. And they all feel like you bombed. You imagine it's a sneak attack, you just bombed and killed girls, innocent babies in school. You've done that. You gotta get this work. And then you're gonna invade us too? Talking that stupid shit, oh, we're gonna come in and liberate you. Well, come and liberate us so we can give you this bullet in the head. come liberate us. Go ahead. So what do they want? They want revenge. See? That's why those people said Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Bahrain, but Bahrain's done. Qatar, Oman, Saudi Arabia, fuck around and find out. They're telling their people, keep bombing these motherfuckers. Destroy these fake ass countries. And they're telling their people telling Israel must be dealt with. That's what those people are talking about. They must be wiped out the face of the earth. And they're going to do it. They're not going to stop. They're going to stop. Israel must be wiped out. There will be no more Israel in 2 more weeks. It will not exist. It will not exist because the infrastructure, the critical infrastructure is being annihilated, eviscerated. Remember, now, because them being nice again, remember, we're going to show, type this on TikTok, Joby. Say, Iran sends a message to Israeli phones telling them that your government can't protect you. So, they're being nice. They said, don't go into these bomb shelters because the bomb shelters, we're going to blow you up. We're going to kill you. And they're showing, we're going to kill you up in it. So when the sirens, like Joby said, I'm glad I'm not there. You hear stuff be running around, sirens going off. Because now when the sirens go off, you better not take your ass down into the bomb shelter because that won't protect you. There's no way to protect you now. You're going to blow you up. So these Israelis are trying to leave. I thought you were Israel. I thought you were sons of Jehovah and Yahweh. Why are you leaving? You don't hear the Palestinians leave. Go ahead, go ahead. Right there. But you see that? But you listen. But you see that? But you listen to that crazy shit Pete Hegseth is saying. We're winning the war. We're devastating faction. Blah, blah, blah. So we're going to show that message. And then we're going to have Joby show where they're blowing up everybody going into them goddamn bomb shelters. Iran's telling you, hey, there's no place you can hide. No more hiding from us. If you go into a bomb shelter, we're going to blow your ass up in there and you're going to come out on fire. Okay? You're going to get dealt with the shit you've been doing with your Mossad agents and your CIA. You're getting this work. And we're not going to stop until we fucking fuck all of Israel up. It will not exist. You will never have a place to wage another war against us again. So the critical infrastructure, like I said last week, that's not critical infrastructure is being destroyed. The oil where they get their gas and shit, that's gonna be wiped out. Yo, water where you get water, I'm wiping that shit out. Like I said, this is war. So Iran has wiped out the water, wiped out the oil. So they're gonna knock out all critical infrastructure in Israel. It will cease to exist. Go ahead, Joby, what you playing now?
Hold its own citizens, something no government ever wants to admit. We can't protect you anymore. Not stay alert, not follow shelter procedures, not the usual government language that sounds reassuring while meaning nothing. Israel's official emergency system sent a message to 7 million people that translates into plain English as this: our early warning network has been destroyed. We cannot guarantee we'll detect incoming missiles in time to warn you, and you need to figure out your own survival from here.
See? So Israel said the same thing to Iran, but Pete Hegseth said, we're winning the war, we're devastating Iran. We sound like what that crazy Baghdad bomb sound when we invaded Iraq 25 years ago. This sounds crazy. Pete Hegseth, you got Pete Hegseth sounding like Baghdad Bob. It's just crazy talk. We're gonna show Baghdad Bob and juxtapose him with Pete Hegseth. Just said all kind of ridiculous, crazy shit. Go ahead, Joe.
A country that spent decades and hundreds of billions of dollars building the most sophisticated missile defense architecture in the Middle East is the single most significant admission of the entire conflict. Because here's what it actually means in military terms. For weeks, Iran has been systematically executing a two-stage strategy that most analysts understood intellectually, but nobody expected to see completed this fast. Stage 1, destroy the radar systems, the eyes of the defense network. Stage 2, drain the interceptor stockpiles, the fists. Once both are gone, the missiles arrive without warning and land without resistance. Israel just confirmed publicly to its own population that both stages are complete. The early warning system that used to detect incoming missiles 15 to 25 minutes out, enough time to sound sirens, get civilians into shelters, scramble countermeasures, is now giving approximately 60 to 90 seconds of notice. In some cases, less. And those 90 seconds aren't enough time to do anything meaningful except realize something is about to hit. That's not a defense system. That's a countdown clock. But the Israel announcement, as shocking as it is, is not even the biggest development breaking right now. Because something happened today that crossed a line this conflict has been approaching but hadn't yet reached. Bahrain directly attacked Iran, not America attacking from Bahraini soil, which has been happening for weeks. Not Israeli jets refueled by American tankers taking off from Gulf airspace. Bahrain, directly. Missiles and drones launched from Bahraini territory, flying into Iranian airspace, hitting Iranian targets. A Gulf Arab state just declared open war on Iran. Think about the magnitude of that for 1 second. Bahrain is a tiny island nation of under 2 million people. It hosts the U.S. Fifth Fleet headquarters. It has been a quiet, careful American partner for decades. Never openly combatant, always facilitating, always maintaining a thin layer of deniability.
So, pause it. So, you talk about Bahrain. That's done. They already overthrew his ass, so that don't count no more. They overthrew that fake king. So, them declaring war on Iran, they got overthrown. Okay? I'm the king of Bahrain. I declare war on Iran. No, we're going to overthrow you, stupid. And you're going to go suck on white people's asses in exile up in Europe. That's where you're going. No more fake kingdoms for your ass. So there's no war with Bahrain and Iran. Their king has been over-fucking thrown. Go ahead, Joe.
Okay, so I think there's another video you were.
Yeah, I want you. I sent you some videos on WhatsApp. So go play the last one first. I sent you the very last one first.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So and then we're gonna show some more videos about this. How they already killed Netanyahu's brother. People said they blew his ass up, right? That's what I'm gonna show you where they were lying. They try to say he got in a car crash. right? The American propagandist ass news. Somebody got in a car crash, and Russia's making fun unless he got a car crash inside his house. They blew his ass up. Here's the last bit I sent you. So they're going to destroy the critical infrastructure. That's what you do. So you make the country don't function as a country no more. It takes years to build back critical infrastructure once it's been blown up. And American people are going to start knowing, no, we're not giving Israel no more fucking money to build no more countries. And Iran's going to say, hey, they can never build again and we'll start bombing. Whoever starts constructing over there is going to get bombed. There will be no more construction unless the Palestinians.
We just might be seeing those before and after pictures that they showed of Gaza and Israel a lot sooner than we think. Because judging by the airstrikes that we seen go over Tel Aviv last night, I didn't even close my eyes before these strikes went. Okay.
Oh, go. Yeah. I should say this one joke, but I should say the second to the last. I forgot to send you this too. But let this go. All the strikes, and then play the second one to the last. The one right before it. Go ahead.
Take their finger off the fucking button. They just out there.
Exactly. No protection.
And I'm like, period. No period. Because this is what we've been asking for this entire time. This is what we've been asking for. However, let's hear some thoughts from the Hebrew side of that. Before we do, it's only right that we start the day off in the right energy, in the right mental space, in the right atmosphere. This is Tel Aviv.
Blowing it up.
Tel Aviv, to be exact.
That's right. You reduce that shit to rubble. Reduce these wicked motherfuckers to rubble. Go ahead, Joby.
lying about
That's all right, Joby. Damn.
Then we was lying, and the resistance was lying about them leveling the shit out of buildings in Central Tel Aviv. Read it and wait. Ain't that Tel Aviv? Yes, it is. I see all them nice pictures that y'all posting. I see them nice videos, them old videos y'all are posting, basically saying that everybody is exaggerating, that's not happening, and all that stuff.
They keep asking, is it AI? That's AI. No, that ain't AI. That's your ass, not AI.
Yeah, well, what the fuck is this? This looks like some shit was leveled out to me. This shit look like, baby, the bones is barely hanging on. Barely. Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I think the second last video you.
Yeah. Go to the second last one.
It's not available in my country.
Oh, see, they've always they've always taken it in your country because that's them showing. Okay, now type this in the search box. Type in the search box. Say, Benjamin Netanyahu's brother has been killed. That's it. See, that's what they tell they make sure the Africans don't know shit. we got Israelis in our country now buying land. They are friends.
Two amazing news regarding this war. By the way, Iran is not playing war. Iran is taking the gloves off and it wants bare knuckle fight with Israel and America. While Iran is attacking Israel, guess what they did? News number one, they unalived Netanyahu's brother. So any of you want to smile, throw a party, carry on. Now, the second one is going to put an even bigger smile on your face. You know the pig, Ben Gvir? By the way, the pigs don't even want to call him a pig because they think it's an insult for pigs. His house was destroyed in flames. Ben Gvir is in a critical condition in a hospital. But guess what? I want you guys to watch this. This BBC Zionist clip. Watch this.
The BBC is reporting it as Ben Gvir was in a car
accident. Car crash. Exactly. They're telling you all this propaganda ass. Remember, they control all the media. Rothschild's on BBC, on shit them everywhere. Oh, he's in a car crash. Then what you know, they got blown up. No, they got his ass at home in the bed. Take this nigga. Get this work. Blew his ass up.
Car into his house.
It would not surprise me for the BBC to provide cover for a story like this. Yeah.
This is how the media is controlled by these Zionists. Until then, people, God bless you all.
مقتل شقيق نتنياهو والوزير إتمر بن غفير وابن سموتريتش.
Is this fucking true?
Last night, the Iranians struck the home of Benjamin Netanyahu. They killed his brother. They struck the home of Ben Gvir. He is seriously wounded, may not survive. Iran is going to start to take out the totality of Israel's leadership.
Yep.
This is the reality of the
you said you want a regime change to Iran. Iran told you, fuck that. Come to get you. Okay? Regime change for us? Our people love us. We're coming to get you. That's why I said there's no stop all that goofy shit that Joey showed with Pete Hicks. We're beating them with all this force. Motherfucker, I'm getting motherfuckers in their bed. Who's that? Who's at the door? It's me, nigga. Iran. Open up. Time to go meet Yahweh, nigga. Jehovah. Time to go meet him. Go ahead, Joe.
Israel played the regime change game. It's going to be the Israelis that are going to be paying the highest price.
That's
the Iranians are no
That's
longer wearing kid gloves. They've taken them off and they're coming.
Taking the gloves off.
If this is true, I just really hope it's true. I don't know what else to say.
News that has been circulating online allegedly.
Yeah, but as we get to Trump's conversation, since we have talked about Iran, let me go through the comments very quickly, and then we get to Trump.
Here goes, Jabba.
Jiba Jabba, shout out to Sister Monique, Keisha Williams, Karibu says that Pete Hogsett is a moron, and an exposed with anti-Iran tattoo on his right arm. Aaron James Karibu says he says that they say that Iran killed Netanyahu brother. Exactly the report. Also see says Trump dreams of having a crowd like that. That will never happen. I know that's right. Then, like you can have that. And also see, Jibba says Iran should roll. Iran should troll Israel playing the Motown song, Nowhere to Run.
Exactly. 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 Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. That's right. I would show America too. I would show the American servicemen that they call the Delta Force. I would troll America too. Look at I make up Delta Force. I says, anybody seen Chuck Norris? That's why they fucked up. They didn't have Chuck Norris. Anybody seen Chuck Norris? I know he's like 90 years old and shit. Has anybody seen Chuck? They need him out here so they won't get captured no more.
And also, we have Abdallah Karibri says
Iran has toward Wilson Road. Then immediately turn left onto Wilson Road.
Okay. Iran has been planning for 40 plus years, and they have many contingency plans for Israel and the US. Literally,
Exactly.
right? Yeah, as we get to Trump's conversation, Keith, take over on that as we continue.
Okay, I'm going to look this up. So the Epstein files, some Epstein files are released, and everybody's always been suspecting this, that Trump has been digging in his daughter's butt, right? Digging in Ivanka Trump's coochie, allegedly. So I want y'all to type this in TikTok.
I have
okay, you already have it ready to go. So, so the Epstein files have now, I think Iran is releasing a lot of these files, so he's got some emails back and forth, talking about his own daughter, him digging in her coochie. So we know that's what they do, what they've been doing. So also I want Joby to before you play that one, Joby, we're going to play that one and then play the first video I sent you on WhatsApp.
Calls are mounting for the president to step down or be removed from office. NBC's Kristen Welker joins us now from the White House. She's got the latest there. Hey, Kristen, good morning.
Hey, Hoda, good morning to you. That's right. Some of those calls coming from some of the president's current and former officials. Look, we cannot overstate this. This is a White House in chaos. Peter just mentioned it. Multiple officials resigning overnight after President Trump failed to deliver a full-throated condemnation of the violence yesterday as it was unfolding. Instead, he sent out 2 tweets and a short video.
I don't know if you have the right one.
In which he did call for peace, but he also reiterated those false claims of voter fraud. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram temporarily banned his account over those false claims.
Hello and welcome back, everyone. Sarah is here, and what I'm about to tell you is not speculation, not rumor, not partisan spin. This is documented, verified evidence that has just surfaced in the Epstein files, and it directly implicates Donald Trump in ways his team cannot spin their way out of.
Now to the growing pressure involving the Jeffrey Epstein files. President Trump was pressed today after all of these emails have now been made public, some of them referencing Trump himself. The president was asked why he won't ask the FBI now to make the Epstein files public, after the president suggested he would do so during the campaign. Tonight, more of these emails now coming to light, Epstein calling Trump, quote, dangerous, and what else the convicted sex offender said about Donald Trump. And now this vote coming in the House on whether to release the Epstein files. Mary Bruce at the White House.
Tonight, President Trump refusing to answer why he won't let the FBI release the Jeffrey Epstein files, even as just revealed messages written by the sex offender raise new questions about their friendship and whether Trump was aware of Epstein's crimes.
Mr. President, why won't you order the FBI to release the Epstein files?
Epstein's messages, part of a trove of thousands of documents from his estate, now made public by the House Oversight Committee. Trump's name coming up again and again. In a 2017 email to former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, Epstein writing, "I have met some very bad people, none as bad as Trump. Not one decent cell in his body. So yes, dangerous."
We're talking about an email, an actual email from Jeffrey Epstein's personal account that mentions Donald Trump by name in a context that raises serious questions about what Trump knew and when he knew it. And this email is just the tip of the iceberg because the full document dump contains over 1,800 mentions of Trump. In a 2018 text to an unidentified person, Epstein writes, "I am the one who can take him down. Trump and Epstein were friends for more than a decade. Have you socialized with him? Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18? Though I'd like to answer that question at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir. After Trump launched his presidential campaign in 2015, Epstein told at least one reporter he had dirt to share, suggesting, quote, ask my houseman about Donald walking through the door, leaving his nose print on the glass as young women were swimming in the pool, and he was so focused he walked straight into the door. Epstein then asked him, would you like photos of Donald and girls in bikinis in his kitchen? Trump, who is any wrongdoing, says he broke off the friendship when he learned Epstein and his accomplice, Glenn Maxwell, were luring away women and teenage girls who worked at Mar-a-Lago. Flight records that contradict his denials, and now this smoking gun communication that prosecutors are reportedly examining right now. Let's start with what this email actually contains. According to multiple sources who have reviewed the unredacted files, there is an email from Jeffrey Epstein to an associate dated 2015. Stole people that work for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again, and I threw him out of the place. Persona non radar. In a 2019 email to author Michael Wolff.
Oh, go ahead. Is this one about his daughter?
Yeah, the new emails, the new emails.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Epstein writes, Trump said he asked me to resign. Never a member ever. Of course, he knew about the girls as he asked Glenn to stop. In an email to Maxwell, Epstein seems to imply Trump had information he never revealed, writing, I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. In this email, Epstein discusses a meeting he had with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. But it's not just a casual mention. Epstein writes about discussing mutual friends and mentions that Trump was aware of our arrangements in a context that investigators believe refers to Epstein's trafficking operation. The language is coded as Epstein's emails often were, but the implication is clear. Trump knew more than he has ever admitted. Trump's team is already scrambling. They're calling the email fake, Dr. Red, part of a deep state conspiracy. But here's the problem. This email is part of the official document release from the Justice Department. It's been authenticated by multiple independent reviewers. It matches the metadata and formatting of other Epstein emails that have been verified. And it was found in the same batch of documents that contained flight records showing Trump on Epstein's plane multiple times in the 1990s. Remember, Trump has repeatedly claimed he barely knew Epstein.
The Justice Department released a batch of previously unreleased documents from the Epstein files that include notes from FBI interviews with a woman who says she was assaulted by President Trump as a minor. In interviews with the FBI, the woman alleged she was assaulted by Mr. Trump in the 1980s and that she was also a victim of Epstein's. The documents were released after multiple news outlets discovered they were missing from the initial mass release of files. For more, we're joined now by our justice correspondent, Ali Rogan. So, Ali, tell us more about what's in these documents.
Jeff, these documents are known as 302 files. They're summaries of 3 interviews the FBI conducted with this accuser, in which she alleges that Epstein brought her to meet Trump sometime between when she was age 13 and 15. She details in very graphic terms Trump's.
Let me share this other screen because it's about the daughter. So let's see this one.
New Epstein files just dropped and they are explosive. The DOJ finally released the pages of Trump and Epstein allegedly raping a 12 and 13-year-old little girl. So in 2019, a woman calls the FBI with tips on Trump and Epstein, and the FBI investigates it 4 times. However, they only uploaded one of those investigations. Now, an independent journalist found that they were missing the other ones, and now they uploaded the other 3, which again are heavily redacted. They're fucking with all of us. I hope you know they took down like 60,000 pages the weekend that they went after Iran, and then they put them back up with further redactions. They underestimated us. They are scared of us. They are realizing that what they are putting out there is making them look like criminals, which they are. And for all the fucking MAGA points, oh, he never went to the island. Okay, well, now this says that he allegedly raped someone in New York. He tried to force her head down on his. She fought back, she bit him. He pulled her hair, punched her in the head, and screamed to get this little bitch out of here. She said threats came for years afterwards. She said her mother was blackmailed and
Punched in the head.
News 2 confirmed all of this happened. Rumor, these are FBI investigative summaries on the DOJ website right now. It's time to subpoena Donald Trump and all of the FBI agents who looked into this case. And anyone who still stands for Trump better read these documents carefully. The percentage of people looking into the Epstein files has sincerely dropped since he went after Iran, the perfect distraction.
Of course.
If I go down, I take you all with me. And now that's what Iran's doing to all of us, just like Trump is doing to all of us, including you, including every MAGA, for example, Kristi Noem. Next up, Pam Bondi. Congress has articles of impeachment. Hold Congress accountable. Hold Senate accountable. I know it sounds ridiculous, but make them feel like if they don't stop Trump, then they're actually a part of the user group.
He said the child, he tried to force the child's head down the penis, and she bit it. He punched her in the head. It's crazy.
Group wants him out. Then they may actually do something.
She does.
Now play the first. Oh, Joe, play the first one I sent you.
Okay.
Yeah, play the first one, please. So we know the war's also with the Epstein shit too, but they wanted to kill two, but Israel wanted to destroy Iran, and so this is a way of distracting people from Trump's fucking indiscretion. So we know that, remember Joe Biden was fucking his daughter too, sleeping with his daughter too. Remember, he come in the shower with her, digging her booty up in there. So, but see, this is their culture. That's why when we showed the video with Joby, all those men, white men who been having sex porn all on their computers and all that shit, sleeping with kids. This has been their culture. They go ahead, Joby.
That man is having a sexual relationship with his daughter.
Mm-hmm. And remember, people have been saying that for years. They said this relationship he got with Ivanka looks weird. She always be in his lap and rubbing on him and all this old crazy shit. Hey, what's going on? This shit looks nasty as hell. For the record, I've never taken a shower with my daughter. for the record. Go ahead.
Like, for real. Now, when Jasmine Crockett said, "At least my father never touched me," and Ivanka shut the fuck up, because baby, I ain't never seen Ivanka so goddamn quiet in my life. When Jasmine Crockett said, "At least my daddy never touched
Ivanka
me,"
Trump.
Bitch. And Ivanka shut the fuck up, bitch. She ate with that one because the emails have been released today, and he said in the emails, another kid that he may have reminded him of his daughter after Schmegs.
Yeah,
that man.
Pause it. He's saying another kid that he had sex said, "Ooh, this girl reminds me of my daughter's coochie." You imagine how fucked up. What'd you say, Joby?
Wow, that is crazy.
I like when we stun Joby, fuck up her innocence. Go ahead, Joby.
Was having a sexual relationship with his own daughter.
Yeah.
And it was just released. Growing up in the suburbs, how do I put this? I've seen this.
You would see it. Before. Me too. But I was too young not to know what I was looking at.
Like me and my homegirls that's black.
Yeah. You guys are girls.
We peeping game. And what I learned from those friendships was a few things.
That's pervasive.
The mom is aware of it.
Exactly. Mama knows it.
The mom is 1,000% aware.
And it's pervasive.
she is okay with it. She's the one who groomed the daughter for that.
Right.
And the father more than likely threatened the mother to either leave them broke with nothing, or
That's right.
anything in that category.
You know,
to get her to be okay with that.
And
the mom more than likely also herself was groomed to be her father's.
That's
and
right. Her father
herself is so groomed that she has a special way of presenting it to her daughter. And they'll say something of the lines of, how do I put this? They'll make it like he has to prepare you to be a woman and something along those lines. I'm trying to think of the exact thing that I heard where I was like, what the fuck? I know ain't what I heard. I know I ain't just here, da 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 da. You know what I mean? But it's a whole family situation. And the whole family be knowing. Generations. Aunties, uncles, all that. They all know. They not only know, they participate in it. They do it with their kids too. I'm not saying it's everybody, but growing up in the suburbs, you see and you hear a lot of things, especially when you are the token black friend.
Right. The suburbs mean the white. She means the white community, exactly. When you're the black person growing up in the white community, you know, you see a lot of shit. You're like, what? As a child, too, what the fuck am I looking at? Me, now as a child, I was a boy. I seen it, but I couldn't really. Her being a girl, you kind of know when the sexual assault is there. Man, unless somebody trying to, grab on my penis, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I couldn't relate. Now that I'm old, I'm like, relationship was weird right there. But go ahead, Joe.
And it's a lot weirder than that. It's a lot. First cousins.
Yeah, they all that.
It's normalized.
Yep.
The boom, 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 and slapping meats with first cousins. It's normalized. Like they'll be flirting with first cousins at family gatherings in front of everybody, and no one thinks it's weird. As a token, you looking around, looking for other people's eyes for confirmation that that's what the fuck you seeing. When you get the opportunity to spend the night in one of these people's houses, and when the moon comes out, a lot of weird shit goes down. A lot of weird. Even the dog be racist. Even the dog be racist.
That's true.
Racist dog that only bite black people. Weird inner relationships.
In a relationship, daddy fucking the daughter.
Tithe and offering. They talk about certain topics that make you think like on the outside like they're normal, but behind closed door and after that sun go down.
Turn left onto Wilson Road.
Hey. I'm talking she in a shower and her daddy done walked in the middle of her in the shower.
The next stop sign.
What's going on?
What the fuck going on?
Needless to say, once I started peeping game, my last time because I got a big old mouth. I was gonna go home and tell my parents what was going on. Not because I was scared, but because at the time I'm nosy and I'm like, this is weird. Like, no, you don't think that's weird? So even my parents was like, you won't be going back.
You can't go back. Exactly. Exactly. You're not allowed to ever take your ass in that house and talk about spending the night ever. And don't ask me again. Exactly. Go ahead.
No. That is some weird shit. No, we don't do that over here. But I could tell by how my parents reacted. Like, that is norm for them. It is very normalized.
Exactly.
It is very, it's a lot more normal. The same way they have normalized cocaine is the same way that what's the word?
Incest.
Intermingling with
siblings, cousins, parents.
Incest
is normalized, and it's a lot more common than y'all think.
Yep.
I want you to think about this. They didn't make the law that incest was not okay because they were concerned about the medical effects of it. They made that law because it was happening so often. They were bumping too often, and it was causing medical issues, and it was causing issues.
Going to be
Just think it
retarded.
through. When you grew up in the suburbs, you see, I got stories for days, especially as the token black friend. You see a lot, baby. You see a lot. And I was just nosy, like, y'all really bumping? That's your mama's sister's son. Y'all basically siblings. And y'all ain't here bumping, slapping meats together. Girl, that's nasty. I would never think about mine like that. Ew. It's burpees hanging and everything. That's just not, you just, because the way in black families, we grow up, our cousins, you like my sister cousin, brother cousin. We spend so much time together, we siblings. This ain't that. Ugh. But them over there, I believe it because that is normalized in that culture. It is normalized and a lot more normal than you think.
Don't rump no around there. Come on.
That's right. Getting in that booty. Booping.
This is December 16th, 2015. I think that says 16. So wait, we'll start with December 15th, Tuesday, December 15th at 8 p.m. And this is from Michael Wolff, the author. He wrote to Epstein. This is when Trump was running for the nomination in December 15th of 2015. He writes, I hear CNN planning to ask Trump tonight about his relationship with you, either on air or in the scrum afterward. And then Epstein responds a couple hours later, we were able to craft an answer for him. What do you think it should be? And then Michael Wolff responds to him on 12/16, the next day. I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you. Or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt. Of course, it is possible that when asked, he'll say Jeffrey is a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is a victim of political correctness. Here's an
After Pam Bondi was subpoenaed, the DOJ decided to finally release the FBI 302 interviews where a survivor mentions Donald Trump directly. Take a look. The individual recalled at least one incident in which Epstein took her off of the island when she was between 13 and 15 years old. He drove and or flew her to either New York or New Jersey. She was introduced to someone with money. It was Donald Trump. The individual and Epstein were with others, including Trump, in a very tall building with huge rooms. Trump did not like her from the get-go. He didn't like that I was a boy-girl, she says, referencing a tomboy. She couldn't recall the identities of the other individuals present. However, they all got excited when Trump asked them to leave the room. Trump then mentioned something to the effect of, let me teach you how little girls are supposed to be. Then he unzipped his pants and put her head down to his area, and then she bit the shit out of it. Trump then struck her and said something to the effect of, get this little bee the hell out of here. She said she bit Trump's part because he disgusted her. He had money, it reeked off of him. She thought Trump appeared to be jealous of Epstein, but at some point, they ended up on level playing fields. Trump and Epstein sometimes use the terms fresh meat, untainted, and not jaded while referring to girls. She also stated she had 2 additional interactions with Trump, but she asked that the interview move on to a different subject for the time being, going on to say that Epstein talked about blackmailing people in front of her. She was confident Trump knew Epstein blackmailed people too because she heard Epstein and Trump talking about it. She stated she knew Trump had illegal building permits. She heard Trump talking about washing money through casinos. She also said that number 6 was Donald Trump's favorite number and stated that Epstein's blackmailing of her mother ruined her family. She asked the agents to keep her safe, stating, throughout my life, Epstein's people have found me and kept tabs on me. We know Trump's DOJ deliberately withheld these interviews from us. So I have to wonder, what else are they hiding?
A lot. This is crazy. Very sick people. Very sick. 13, 12-year-old. That is a baby. This is just super, super sick. But anyway, continue. This is a video of Donald Trump's secret lap dances from the daughter.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird. Stop. You say dating her. Oh my God.
She does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird. Stop.
You know what? You are sick.
Favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Series of coincidences. This was an industry, and Donald Trump was a central figure in it. Drop a comment right now. Tell me where you're watching from. I want to know how far this is reaching, because this is one of the most important stories in modern American political history, and it's not getting the coverage it deserves. Now, I need to tell you about something else that connects to all of this, because the Trump family's relationship with the truth has always been complicated, and the way they've treated the women in their own family tells you something important. Ivanka's mother, Ivana Trump, died in July 2022 after suffering what was ruled an accidental fall down the stairs at her Manhattan apartment. She was 73 years old, and what happened after her death tells you everything you need to know about how the Trump family operates. Ivana was buried at the Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster, New Jersey, not in a proper cemetery, not in a memorial with the dignity befitting the mother of 3 of Donald Trump's children. She was buried in a small plot near the first tee of a golf course. Multiple news outlets, including NBC News, Vanity Fair, and The Washington Post, reported extensively on how this burial could potentially provide tax benefits for the Trump organization under New Jersey's cemetery tax code. Now, a Bloomberg tax analysis found that the golf club doesn't technically qualify for those exemptions as of now. But here's what's telling. ProPublica had previously reported that the Trump Family Trust had been filing as a tax-exempt cemetery company since at least 2016. And going back to 2007, NPR reported that Trump had been trying to establish some form of cemetery on that property for years, with proposals ranging from a personal mausoleum to a 1,000-grave commercial site to a 284-plot cemetery. The Daily Mail published photos showing the gravesite eventually becoming overgrown with weeds and shrubs. Think about that. The mother of your children buried at your golf course, and you can't even keep the weeds cleared. Now let me bring this full circle, because there's a reason all of this is coming to the surface right now. On February 6, 2026, just 3 days ago, the DOJ wrote to all 535 members of Congress announcing that starting February 9th, which is today, lawmakers would be allowed to view unredacted Epstein files in a reading room at the Department of Justice. They can take notes but cannot bring electronic devices. Representative Thomas Massie has already asked the public to help him identify the most important redacted documents to review first. Representative Ro Khanna has specifically called for access to FBI witness memorandum.
He buried her raggedy ass at a golf course? God damn. He buried this brother at a golf course. He's trying to get some tax benefits. You're talking about some psychopath. And then they go, his own kids don't even go out there and keep their mama's grave clean. It's all shrubbed over and fucked up. You know, kids don't even care about their old raggedy ass mama. This shit crazy.
Other men they were trafficked to. Here's why that matters. A January 2026 CNN poll found that only 6% of Americans, 6%, said they were satisfied with what the federal government had released so far. Nearly half of Republicans, 3/4 of independents, and 9 out of 10 Democrats said the government was withholding information. A separate poll found that 49% of Americans believe Trump is attempting to cover up Epstein's crimes. And meanwhile, Ivanka Trump has retreated from public life. She said she stepped away from politics because, and I quote, "There is a darkness to that world that I don't really want to welcome into mine." She called it a very dark, negative business. She said the main reason she's not going back to serve in her father's second term is because she knows the cost. Now think about that language. Darkness, cost. What cost? What darkness? I'm not going to speculate about what she meant. She's entitled to her privacy, and I want to be clear that Ivanka Trump was a child during the period I've been discussing. She was not a perpetrator in any of this. She was a 14-year-old girl whose father placed her in the orbit of men with documented histories of exploiting teenage girls. But the question that hangs over all of this, the question that 3.5 million pages of Epstein documents are slowly forcing into the light, is this. What did Donald Trump know? What did he participate in? And why has he fought so hard to keep these files from public view? Let me leave you with 3 things tonight. First, the connections between Donald Trump, John Casablancas, and Jeffrey Epstein are not conspiracy theories. They are documented facts. Trump hosted events for Casablancas. Trump signed his teenage daughter to Casablancas' agency. Trump flew on Epstein's planes. These are things that are established in the public record. Second, the Epstein files are not finished revealing their secrets. As of today, members of Congress can begin reviewing unredacted documents. What they find in those files could reshape our understanding of what happened and who was involved. And third, this is bigger than any one political figure. The Epstein Files Transparency Act passed 427 to 1 in the House because this isn't a partisan issue. Latvian authorities have already opened investigations based on what's been found. Norway is launching parliamentary inquiries. This is a global reckoning, and it's just beginning. We're in one of those moments where history pivots, where the questions that were whispered for decades finally get asked out loud. And the answers, whatever they turn out to be, will define not just the legacy of the people involved, but the strength of the institutions we depend on to hold the powerful accountable. I'll be watching, and so should you. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on because this story is far from finished. As more of those files are reviewed by lawmakers this week, we'll be covering every development right here. Hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and leave me a comment below. I read every single one of them. Until next time, this is Marcus Taylor with
our institutions don't work anymore. That's why they're not locked up, and most of those files are still redacted, not all unredacted. They're still redacted. Now, how the fuck are you blacking out shit and trying to stop people from reading the true history? How's that some kind of justice? How are you trying to stop people from knowing who did all this wicked shit? You call yourself the Justice Department, because our institutions don't work. They've been captured by the very same people that are in those fucking files. So. Go ahead, Joby.
The strategic perspective. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and never stop asking the questions that matter.
The Justice Department released a
Donald Trump knew that I was 13 because the first night that I was there, Tiffany actually suggested that, she had a whole bunch of different wigs, and I expressed interest in them. I always told her that I would love to walk around with blue hair, and so I tried some on, and there was a blonde wig that she said that looked great on me, so I wore that wig. And Donald Trump had specifically asked about me because I remind him of his daughter. And she said, well, she's 13 as well. So he knew the first time that he saw me, but he took a liking to me because I look like his daughter. And the reason I'm coming out now is when it happened originally, I just wanted to forget about the whole incident. And when I saw that
we know in European society, this is the normal. So we know all this shit is true by acting like his daughter, because he just told himself without knowing that they would years later they were going to connect the dots. Oh yeah, if she wasn't my daughter, I would date her. Who the fuck would ever say some sick shit like that? You out of your fucking mind. I'd say some shit like my daughter. If she was my daughter, I'd date her. You might know how sick in the head you sick and twisted and fucked up you are as a human being. But we know he did it because remember, that's called a Freudian slip. You say things telling the truth you don't think people know. You think it's a code because you're the only one in on the shit. Yeah, if she wasn't my daughter, I'd date her. And he said, but she's still a child. She wasn't my daughter, I think I have to date her. Because he stuck his dick up in her already. He already been dating her. He went past the date. he went past the date. Right? He went past the date shit.
Said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
And the funny part, the joke is on the rest of the world because we don't understand white culture, like the black girl was saying. And the president said, that's their culture. That's what they do. Exactly. Us being around, especially black Americans, being around and being their slaves, been around them up and the shit they do. We know that's their culture. They fucking sleep with animals. They fucking fuck each other savagely, like wicked beasts. Had sex with Papa. How about they tried to have black people have sex with fucking each other, called motherfucker? That's what Joey was showing the slavery part earlier today. But them having sex with Papa is normal. I had sex with Papa today. He's like, black person might be like, what? You had sex with who? Who's your Papa? Is that a nickname you call your friend at school? No, that's Papa. My dad. Papa took a shower with me. What? Why'd your Papa shower with me?
Let's see.
sex, but I can't relate that. I think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. You know who's one of the great beauties of the world, according to everybody, and I helped create her? Who? Ivanka. My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body. Yeah, she's hot.
See, is that, wait. Is that what he said about his daughter? She's 6 feet tall and got the best body? Is that what he just said?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know this is some sick shit. But see, that's their culture, so there's nobody like makes a big deal. See, black people, we out, like I said, we out of the, it's an inside joke and we're not in on it. We're like, what? Wait, what did he say? He said his daughter's 6 feet tall, she got a great body?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will.
This post is for entertainment purposes only. These are my opinions and views. Remember this. Daniels told a magazine 6 years ago that she had an affair with Donald Trump starting right after his wife Melania gave birth to their son, Barron. He told me once that I was someone to be reckoned with, beautiful and smart, just like his daughter. Now again, these words I'm sharing with you are not mine, and this is for entertainment purposes only. Remember during a February 27, 2013 interview on the Wendy Williams show, Trump was asked what he and his daughter both consider their favorite things? I remember it as what they had in common. But Trump answered, I was going to say sex, but I can relate to golf and real estate. Wow. Remember that? Remember when Donald Trump said, if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her? Let's read this. During a March 6, 2006 episode of The View, Donald Trump made a casual remark, that really made my skin crawl. When a host asked Donald Trump would feel about his daughter posing for Playboy, he says that Ivanka posing for Playboy would be really disappointing. Not really. But it would depend on what was inside the magazine. I don't think Ivanka would do a nude shot inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. Remember that one? Remember when he said she has the best body and I created her? On the Howard Stern show way back in 2003, 22 years ago, Donald Trump had this to say about his daughter Ivanka. You know who's one of the great beauties of the world, according to everybody? And I helped create her. Ivanka, my daughter. Ivanka, she's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body. Remember that one? Now, I don't remember this one, but apparently in 2016 there were reports that Ivanka Trump might take over the White House office space traditionally reserved for the First Lady. A journalist, Julia Ioff, I believe, tweeted either Trump is ing his daughter or he's shirking nepotism laws. Which is worse? The tweet linked to a report in The Hill expanding on the claim. Later that same evening, Ioff posted a series of messages on her personal account apologizing for what she had written. Her Politico contract was terminated during the presidential transition. I don't remember that, but do you remember that? This was her tweet she sent out regarding that. Now, this next one might actually be the worst, in my opinion. And as a father of a 12-year-old, I'm trying to understand that any of you out there who are fathers, I don't care who you voted for, if you were to say these things about your daughter in the presence of your family, would you still be hanging out with your family? Would they have sort of ghosted you by now? All the things that you would have said about your daughter? Is that something they would just accept? He said, if I weren't happily married and, her father. During a 2015 interview with Donald Trump for Rolling Stone, reporter Paul Solertaroff praised Ivanka Trump. The soon-to-be president's response, yeah, she's really something, and what a beauty, that one. If I weren't happily married and, her father.
And just like now, you're doing over and over again, exactly. Shit has been done. Those Epstein files are true. Because no one says no sick shit like this over and over and over again. Like I said, in psychology, this is known as a Freudian slip. When you say something true, but he's not usually when it's a slip. You say something true that you're not supposed to say. He said something true and don't care. He don't think you're gonna catch him. That's how callous he is with the shit. Yeah, you know, I wasn't even married. I'd be dating my daughter. You fucking sicko.
Those who support Donald Trump can say that everything I've shared with you is a joke. It's funny. It's off the cuff. That's just the way men talk. No, that's not the way men talk about their daughters. That's not the way healthy men who have healthy relationships with their daughter talk about their daughters. That's not what happens. That's a problem. That is disturbing. And just when you think that they can't get worse, he said, "Is it wrong to be more sexually attracted to your own daughter than your wife?"
Wow.
Courtesy of a 2016 BuzzFeed news scoop, the second creepiest incident of them all. I don't know. They're all number one in my opinion. In an early draft of a piece by Washington Post columnist Richard Cohen, he purportedly wrote that President-elect Donald Trump once asked, "Is it wrong to be more sexually attracted to your own daughter than your wife?" But the quote was quietly removed before the syndicated column was published.
Of course.
He probably didn't say it. He never says anything like that, except all the times we've heard him say it, and it's been recorded, and he's been in front of an audience, right?
Exactly.
But the absolute worst of them all, according to this article, according to a soon-to-be published book, Blowback, A Warning to Save Democracy from the Next Trump, the former president regularly made lewd comments about his daughter Ivanka and fantasized about what it would be like to have... This is the president of the United States, guys. You know, when Donald Trump first stepped into the limelight, into politics, came down that escalator, there were many of us, we didn't need to hear about his stances on policies. We didn't need to hear anything else from him because we already knew the things he had said throughout his life. That was enough.
They don't qualify.
If Donald Trump was my brother or my father, do you think I would be voting for someone who said those things about my sister? Or who said those things about my mother? No. No, I don't know if I'd have much of a relationship with him whatsoever. And all of you, most of you, I would wager, feel the same way, but for some reason, when someone like Donald Trump came along, it's locker room talk. It's normal for men to say those things about their daughter. And you showed the world, as supporters of a man who said those things.
I never heard a motherfucker in my life ever say some fuck shit like that about their kid, their daughter, in my life. They should run some. I hang around white men, so I've never heard no black man in their life ever say some filthy, debaucherous ass shit about their daughter. Like, this is disgusting. Go ahead, Joe.
Liable for things that are of an assaulting nature against women, that those things don't matter to you enough to ghost him, go no contact with him, or withdraw your support for him. Those things don't matter enough. And the funny thing is those things are all that should matter to you, because those things are part of what we call someone's character. Those things are part of what we call someone's underlying deeper beliefs and values. You can hide behind a religion. You can hide behind a book. You can take a picture in a church. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. If you've had a lifelong history of saying and doing things, your actions and your words matter. They matter. And if they don't matter to you, then why are you listening to anything he says at all? He shouldn't have to say anything else if words don't matter to you.
I'm afraid to ask this question, but what would you do? Playboy put Ivanka on the cover
of the magazine, and she had not.
This is going to be an interesting answer.
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
You have in common with your father.
Well, how's that funny? Sick shit.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Oh, that was Hulk Hogan creepy.
So very simple and boring answer. How about real estate, right?
Real estate.
You know who's one of the great beauties of the world, according to everybody, and I helped create her?
Who?
Ivanka. My daughter,
is.
Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
Yeah, she's hot.
She made a lot of money as a model, a tremendous amount.
I feel like we don't give Donald Trump enough flack for Ivanka's teenage modeling career. And I say this as someone who is not a fan of Ivanka Trump, her husband, her father, her brothers, her friends, anyone around her. But really looking through Ivanka Trump's model portfolio from her teenage years, ages 13, 14, 15, 16 specifically, the level
If I can have a booty, I never seen it. I'm sure it's got a booty wide open. Modeling.
Donald Trump.
You're modeling these butt cheeks.
Is astonishing. Now, I'm going to show you some of these photos. I've had to censor some of them because...
Of course, because it's not modeling. It's softcore porn. I'm sure that's what it is. Go ahead, Joe.
Is literally could be considered a CSAM. Like, I'm not even kidding. So at age 13, Ivanka was signed to Elite Models, which was owned by Donald Trump's friend, John Casablancas, who at this time had multiple allegations of SA against him and had publicly stated that he was attracted to girls. John Casablancas also had a pattern of marrying teenage girls, but that did not deter Donald Trump. He went ahead and put Ivanka, his firstborn daughter, into Elite Models that was run by John Casablancas, the man who has admitted that he is attracted to the exact age demographic of Donald Trump's daughter. So at 13, Ivanka is thrust into this world of modeling, this world of designers, this world of photographers, this world of creepy modeling agents, primarily by her father, Donald Trump. Like, for example, this man, a fashion designer named Adnan John, who was very intertwined within Jeffrey's network, Jean-Luc Brunel, Paula Zampoli, Donald Trump, like the model world. He was very intertwined. That is him kissing teenage Ivanka Trump on the cheek, who just a few years after taking this photo would be sentenced to prison for R-wording a child. I believe he's still in prison in present day. Donald Trump also allowed his teenage daughter and many other people's teenage daughters, as he hired this specific man to be a photographer at Trump Models, he allowed Ivanka as a teenager to work with Terry Richardson, despite years of allegations of inappropriate behavior and SA, including an SA of a Trump model who was SA'd while doing a photo shoot with Terry Richardson, and Terry Richardson photographed himself SAing her and then went on to sell these photos in a lookbook to an anonymous collector. Donald Trump had no problem with Ivanka working with him. I mean, this photo alone speaks volumes. Here's Donald Trump with his children, Eric and Ivanka, standing next to Jeffrey and John Casablancas. Donald Trump was fully aware of who both Jeffrey and John Casablancas were and what they were capable of, and he is willingly having his children stand right next to them. And when I say Donald Trump exploited Ivanka, he did it in every sense of the word. Like, this was her at 14 years old while she was signed to Elite Models working for John Casablancas. I have censored this photo, but this is a full frontal of a young teenager. It is unfortunately still widely available on the internet. Like, I really don't know how many dads would truly be all right with their daughter, their 13, 14-year-old daughter, walking down the runway like this. But time and time again, example after example, Ivanka Trump throughout her modeling career was put in outfits and situations and photo shoots where she had to present much older than she actually was, to the point where content is being created that literally feels as though it should be illegal. Like, this is a high schooler. Like, this is crazy. You have to understand that for Donald Trump to just actualize and verbalize that to Ivanka and to the public, that act alone is a violation. Having your middle school, high school age daughter do a photo shoot where she is topless and allow it to go to print. Like, do we understand how many people between the people who were on set, the hair, the makeup, the lighting, the photographer, the editor, the publisher, do we understand how many people would have seen the photos of this nude child before it even made it to the public?
That's fucking crazy.
Like, it's dark. Like, that's disturbing. And on top of having an inappropriate relationship with her and exploiting her, he also put her directly into harm's way over and over and over again throughout her entire childhood. Ivanka was so young and thrust into this world that she knew nothing about, that her father helped to shape and mold, and he knew exactly the belly of the beast that he was putting his own daughter in. So in the conversation of, was Ivanka Trump violated as a child growing up?
Of course, remember these people, they sacrificed their children. She was sexualizing the child so he could have sex with her. Remember, they do this in those families. They sexualize their children at young ages so make it easy. So they cross the line. There's no barriers for you sleeping with your own child because you sexualize a child. Of course, it's wrong. It's a baby. Kind of naked and shit. What is wrong with you? But see, this is the norm. They sexualize the child so they can have sex with it. They blur the line because it's a child. It's a baby. So it distorts the child's mind. And so to teach the child that nothing's wrong with her doing that, exposing herself to adults and being naked around fucking predators and shit. Because he's already preying on her. Go ahead, Joe.
Obviously, we don't know what happens behind closed doors. I won't speculate as to any physical lines, if any lines were ever crossed, despite my own personal opinions. To thrust her into this industry that is so—
And then they always tell you, pretend like you don't, ignore your eyes, don't pretend you're not seeing what you're seeing. I'm not going to say this is happening. Yes, this is happening. Yes, you can speculate because the preponderance of the evidence shows you this. The preponderance of the evidence, you're not a moron. You see what you're looking at, and that's the conclusion. That's the only logical conclusion you can make. He's already sexualized the child. Why would you do this? Why would you have your child butt naked in front of a bunch of fucking men? And then talking all this crazy shit about it because he's sleeping with her too. He's the one grooming her to sleep with him and other men. Remember, you already know in these circles they groom their children to sleep with themselves and other men. This is known. So I don't want to say. My eyes may be lying. Fuckers gonna take their 13-year-old child, have him be butt naked in front of fucking grown ass men, taking fucking photos. That's your rabbit ass mind. Nobody. You know what the hell you're looking at here. Go ahead, Joe.
So vicious and crawling around with predators, him being one of them, that power dynamic absolutely made her a victim in that circumstance. Regardless of what may or may not have happened behind closed doors, I think we have enough information and evidence to see that Donald Trump exploited, victimized, and violated his daughter and his job as a father to protect his daughter time and time and time again. And I think that's something that should be heavily scrutinized by the public. And personally, I think Donald Trump should be ashamed that his firstborn daughter's name appears in the contact book of Jeffrey and Ghislaine. What an ultimate failure of a father.
Remember when Wendy Williams asked Donald Trump what he had in common with his...
No wonder Trump always seems so excited whenever he sees Ivanka. No one realizes that he publicly expressed his astonishing feelings about her back in 2016. In 2016, Trump stated in an interview, "If Ivanka weren't my daughter, I'd probably be dating her." This remark sparked widespread discussion and controversy. However, every time Trump meets Ivanka, he always appears visibly excited, which seems to hint that their relationship is more complicated than it seems. First, Trump and Ivanka share an extremely close bond. Ivanka is not only his...
It's got to be weird when you meet your daughter and your dick get hard. And I guess that is a complicated relationship.
Wow.
his eldest daughter, but also a key supporter of his career. Whenever she's by his side, he always seems particularly happy. Second, Trump's words and actions suggest that his feelings for Ivanka go far beyond the usual father-daughter relationship. His 2016 statement implies that his attraction to her exceeds simple paternal love. Most importantly, this reaction might reflect his deep dependence on and protective instinct toward Ivanka. Whenever he sees her, Trump unconsciously shows excitement and joy, possibly due to Ivanka's unique place in his life. What exactly makes Trump's reaction to Ivanka so unusual? How do you interpret their behavior?
I'll ask the question.
Yeah, so literally, this I think are the majority.
How do I interpret it? He's been digging in her butt cheek. That's how I interpret it behavior.
Comments, I see Emil Ricky as well. Earlier we had Sankanon says, remember Trump was in Hillary's head for her email. How about that? Was in Hillary's head for her email. God damn. And also see Jibajaba says Howard Stern asked Trump what he has in common with Ivanka, and he said sex. Exactly the videos you can see.
Yeah, when you show exactly before you just said it, or you were saying it, Jib, exactly. I never seen that part. That it's just so over the top disturbing. But like I said, they normalize this filthy culture. Like, what? Imagine I said some crazy like that. You know, me and my daughter have a common sex. My whole family would look at me like I'm some kind of fucking freak. What are you talking about? Well, I didn't mean it like that. How else could you meant it? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. And then also Sitan Spain says, wow, that's what's going to be more crazy when Obama filed Pizzagate shows those not his daughters and Big Mike is completely unveiled. And I also see Jibajaba says, never did that. My mom said no sleepovers, asked if I was crazy. And then
you laughing, what you saying, Jibba Jabba. See, my youngest son, unlike my oldest children, were already a little bit older than him, right? So by the time we're almost in a majority white neighborhood, and these white kids want to come over and sleep over, and he doesn't understand. You know, you how do you teach your kids your last child that these motherfuckers are wicked? Right? Is you gotta be gentle. Because you always ask me, Dad, can I go sleep over the house? Absolutely not. Right? Why? You don't understand why. He's like, why? What do you mean? Why not? Oh, excited, why not? Because I said, you know, you can't teach it. Because I said so. That's why not. So I let them stay. I said, but they can come stay over. They can come stay over here, Sean. If you want to come stay over here, Sean, let them come stay over here then. He said, okay. I said, let me show you something, Sean. See all this nice shit you got? Now, this one I'm going to teach you something, okay? I think he's like 5 or 6. I said, I want you to observe this, okay, Sean? They come back and tell me the truth. You know, if it didn't happen, you know, just be honest, right? There's no foul. So I said, when you get the little white kids over to your, they come over and spend the night with you. Now, once you watch how they try to dominate everything that's yours, I want you to see how they try to take over everything that's yours and make you like a flunky. I want you to just notice this, okay? Oh, Dad, what you trying? You know, you young kid. Oh, Dad, what you trying to say? Then they're gonna try to treat me bad. I'm not saying anything. I want you to observe. That's what I want you to do, son. I want you to just observe. If I'm wrong, come and say I'm crazy then. But watch them trying to dominate you and everything you have. And if I'm wrong, just come tell me I'm wrong. He's like 6. So the next day after they left, their parents called them, told them to go home. And I was at the table eating breakfast. I was still eating cereal. Didn't know cereal was fucked up. I think I was eating like Captain Crunch or some shit, right? I was eating like Captain Crunch, a peanut butter crunch or some shit with him. He was eating, I think he was eating Fruity Pebbles. I still remember this. And he looked at me. He said, Dad, you're right. They tried to make me feel like I'm my stuff wasn't even mine. Didn't belong to me. I said, that's mine. He said, nah, not right now. It's not. I said, I tried to tell you. Every week, that's how much you go over to their house. I ain't tell them the other shit. Everything they do, they try to put you in a subordinate position every time with these people. They want to put you as a subordinate. That's their nature. He's a kid. So they would say, oh, they're taught that. No, they're not taught none of this shit. That's their nature. They're all 6 and 5-year-old children. So nobody taught them none of that shit yet. That's their nature. Their nature. That's what they're born with. He said, yeah, they try to just tell me and dominate everything. I said, no, this is my stuff. I get to make the rules. I said, so you want to go spend a night over there now? He said, nah, not really. Because I couldn't tell them, I don't want you over there. Because they said, no, you might find a white dick in your butt. I can't tell them that. It's 5, 6. Go ahead, Joe.
And Sankenwan says he was introduced to pornography when he was 13 by a white girl in the suburb. And
who said that? Who said that?
And Sankenwan.
See, I never got to watch porn till I was old. You know, first time I seen porn, but this is crazy. I was almost damn near adult the first time I seen porn. That shit was weird. It was me and my brother and an older friend, right? And I had to be like 16. I guess I consider I was like, I think, yeah, they were like 16 or 17. I think I was 17. I remember my brother was 16. And you remember, that's why I look at porn today. I guess it was so horrible. The music is all bad. The video quality is all grainy and shit. The music down, right. The quality's all grainy. And we sitting looking at that shit because my mom was at work. I said, this some low budget ass shit here, man. When you get this video, you know, back then, that's before we had DVDs and we had video tapes and shit. VHR, VHSs, right? Still laugh about that scene when the girl, and then they said, can I get the job? He said, first you must suck my penis. You know, first you must suck my dick to get the job. Right? And to us, I found this shit. I didn't find it sex. I found it hilarious because the acting, you know, porn is funny because it's so bad. You know when something's so bad it's funny? It was so bad. The acting so bad. He said, can I get the job? Oh, you must suck my dick before you get the job. Like, what kind of shit is this? I remember me and my brother laughing. This shit's stupid. So then after the end, after she does the thing, he says, go clean yourself up. You got the job, right? After he didn't let it all on her ass and shit. We laughing our ass off. We're like, what kind of shit is this? Go wipe yourself off. You got the job. Like, what? That's probably why I was looking at porn so bad. I said, people spend time looking at this shit. And remember, that's before right around when they started creating the internet. I said, this shit is stupid. Oh, that little jumpy there. Oh, she did. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, go clean yourself off. You got the job. We started laughing. And she got the job now. To this day, me and my brother still recite that dialogue. Go clean yourself off, nigga. You got the job.
Yeah, it's wind up. So first time I saw it was in 2nd grade. Girl would flash us with the black road during class. And then I also see
second grade. There's some girl flashing you guys. That couldn't have been a white girl. It couldn't have been a black girl. Second grade, which is you're 7 years old, right? Yeah, you're 7. 7-year-old girl was flashing her coochie there. God damn, it's crazy.
I didn't allow my daughters to call me daddy. They call me Pop or Rick. That's what's up. And I also see.
They call what? They call him Pop. They call him Pop or what?
Rick.
Papa who?
They call him.
Oh, Rick.
Yeah.
Oh, Rick. They don't want to call you Rick. They want to call you Daddy. They don't call you Rick. What are you, Michael Jackson's brother's cousin, and you know, because Michael Jackson got mad. Remember, Michael Jackson's daddy never allowed to call him dad. They had to call him Joe. He never remember. You know, he's all like Joe. We said traumatized. Michael Jackson all traumatized the grown man. He never let us call him daddy. He only told us to call me Joe, nigga. Joe.
Crazy.
That's right. Shout out to you, Rick. You're crazy. You're a joke.
Yep. I mean, he does do this too. I've had plenty of uncles and grandpas that made similar comments about me. About
who's that? Who's that?
Emil.
Yeah, comments of what? That they wanted to fuck you? What are you talking about, email? The Donald Trump comments? Yeah, Uncle, some of the how nice your body was? What you talking about, man?
Yeah, please.
Hey, email. Oh, wait, Joe. Email. You gotta be specific, as Joe said. You gotta elaborate. You can't say you had uncles say the same thing about you. We talking about Donald Trump talking about he wanted to date his daughter. You had your uncles somebody wanted to date you. Man, you know.
Ricky says, if I first saw porn in military, Devil Does Dallas Cowboys. What the hell is that?
What about that? Oh yeah, talking about David. See, Rick is looking old us. Everybody knows it's a famous porn. I never even seen it. It's like when back in the day, Joey, porn was like as nasty as it was supposedly. Now it was almost like mainstream. So he's talking about it's a famous porn. Before we wind it up, I want you to go to TikTok. It's called Debbie Does Dallas. You know what it's got so Dallas. So I'm leaving Dallas. If I'm leaving Dallas right now, so it was a porno movie, and talking about it. So the Dallas Cowboys are a famous football team here, Joey. So there's a porn about her having sex with the football players or something. I never seen it. What that was about, Rick? She's having sex with the football players, but it became a really famous porn movie back in the 70s. Man, that seemed like I was like 3 or 4 years old. Debbie Does Dallas. But go ahead, Joe. We go.
Bambi Woods, an actress in films, burned bright and brief during the late 1970s, remains an enigma.
Yep, 70s.
Role in the iconic 1978 film Debbie Does Dallas, Woods became a defining figure during the Golden Age, an era when mature entertainment began to seep into the mainstream.
I told you, I told you it was mainstream. That was in the main. It was like dirt. That was in the mainstream. I knew it. I'm just a kid. I never seen it in my life. Debbie Does. I know about it. Did you have sex like with the Cowboys or something? But go ahead, Joe.
She rose to prominence. Woods disappeared from the public eye, leaving behind a legacy clouded by rumor, myth, and intrigue. Born on July 12, 1955, in Pierre, South Dakota, Woods' journey was a far cry from the typical Hollywood success story. There is little public knowledge of her early life. However, we do know that in her early 20s, Woods moved to New York to pursue acting. We also know that her portrayal of Debbie, a naive cheerleader in Debbie Does Dallas,
she's a cheerleader, okay?
Into a unique realm of fame.
With the
Cowboys. The film's producers fabricated part of Woods' past, billing her as a former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. While she had allegedly auditioned for the real squad, she never made the cut, a fact that she nonchalantly acknowledged in interviews promoting the movie. The film's connection to cheerleading, even in a fictional sense, sparked an immediate backlash from the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Cheerleaders, of course,
the organization took legal action.
Because the organization would say, this dirty stuff, you don't have us with no pornography, and the cheerleaders are making it all filthy like I'm sure would. I would sue this too. Go ahead, Joe. You ain't filthy my brand up.
That the film's use of cheerleading imagery, as well as the name Cowgirls, was too closely associated with their brand. The legal wrangling led to the film being removed from certain theaters under a temporary injunction. But the rulings fluctuated as the case made its way through the courts, with the film being banned, reinstated, and banned again. All of this heightened the controversy.
Oh, it got banned and refilmed and banned again? Okay.
Even greater interest from the viewing public. Another aspect that led to the film's massive success was Woods' natural, almost naive screen presence. Her demeanor, awkward and wide-eyed during many of her scenes, earned her
I'd never seen
comparisons
that.
to a deer caught in headlights. This, of course, fitted her stage name, which director Jim Clark admitted was an allusion to the Disney character. Ultimately, Woods admits that she did not enjoy filming scenes and was especially uncomfortable with the idea of large audiences watching her. Added to this, her journey into the film industry wasn't driven by ambition. Although she had moved to New York to pursue acting, her goal had been mainstream theater. According to Woods, she was coerced into working on the film by a friend to whom she owed money. To settle the debt, she agreed to meet the director for a role. After the film's release, Woods found herself thrust into a world of glitzy nightclubs, mingling with New York City's elite at iconic venues like Studio 54 and Plato's Retreat. In interviews,
in 1981, director Jim Buckley and producer Claire Shields.
Yeah, shout out to them. And
Okay, so yeah, I never seen it. Hey, was there any sex in that movie? I don't know. Was it an actual porno? I never seen it in my life. You know, was there any fucking in there? I don't know. But it was a big porno movie. They said. I don't think it really had no porn. Hey, Rick, did that movie have any porn in it? I think it was sensationalized for that time. I don't think it was probably a true porno or not. I never seen it. Because you read the rest of the
yeah, I think the comments are over. Emily says, yes, that's what I meant. I've always...
What? Yo, Uncle was trying to get into your butt cheeks. Hey, man, your stories are just terrible, man. God damn. Man, you got your uncle trying to get your butt cheeks. You're sad all the time. You gotta get your... Oh, maybe that's why you always feel like you're sad. And you don't got no confidence. You gotta get your nasty ass uncle trying to get at you. This shit's crazy. I thought we were wrong. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, but love family. That's when we come to the end of today's conversation. Thank you so much.
That's right. Everybody, much love, family. I think we have 40 people in here saying so. Much love. You know, we don't want to see Joby. No, Joby does Nairobi.
I'm not being touched by nobody's daddy.
That's right.
I'm fine. I'm at the safe place. But yeah, much love, family. Tomorrow, same time, same place. And have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful rest.
Much love, family.
Peace, and we out.